worth $21 million.
Now, coverage you can count on. WUTR, Channel 20, 11 at 11.
The three men in custody for their alleged roles in funneling money to Iraq asked to be set free. Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks very much for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Osterhaus. We begin 11 nonstop minutes of news with new information tonight about that bogus online charity and the men allegedly behind it all. Dr. Rafael Dafir, the oncologist with a practice in Rome, is believed to have been controlling the money for the Help the Needy website. It took nearly 6 hours today to decide what will happen to the men while the case moves forward. Dr. Dafir will stay in jail until his trial. However, Osama al-Wahidi, the Sunni Oswego math teacher and Auburn prison Muslim chaplain, was released, and a third person, Arman Jarwan, will remain behind bars until a judge makes his decision on Monday. Dozens of friends and family members were in court today. They listened as prosecutors presented new evidence about where they believe some of the money may be going. They say some of it ended up in the hands of extremists and fundamentalist groups, including some that are violent. Dr. Dafir's lawyer says that's totally untrue.
It truly was and is humanitarian aid. If you read the indictment, you will clearly see that the government's complaint is that they failed to register properly. That's it. That's the long of it. That's the short of it.
The fourth man, who is still at large, Mahaz Zaga, is believed to have taken the money after it arrived in Jordanian banks to Iraq. Zaga is a graduate of SUNY IT. Well, former Rome teacher has pleaded guilty to sex abuse. Wayne Cottrell, 31 years of age, pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of sodomy. Officials say Cottrell was indicted on 36 counts of rape, sodomy, and endangering the welfare of a child, stemming from events allegedly happening from 1997 through 2000. Cottrell was charged with having sexual intercourse with a girl under the age of 15. Now, that girl is not a student at Rome Catholic. Cottrell had worked as a part-time music teacher there and was fired in December. He remains out on $15,000 bail. Sentencing is set for April the 9th. In other news, Judy Mueller got 1 to 3 years in jail today. This after she apparently stole more than $130,000 from her employer, Ashford Management Corporation. The real estate company owns property across the state. Oneida County Prosecutor Matt Worth said that Mueller had access to all of the company's bank accounts. He alleges that Mueller made checks payable to her credit card accounts to pay her bills. Worth said Mueller would then move funds around to cover her tracks. Well, Vernon Downs has come to an agreement with the Racing and Wagering Board, but the trouble lies with the Harness Horse Association. Without consent from the association, simulcasting cannot happen. The track says that 85% of revenues generated are derived from simulcasting. The track says they cannot and will not sign into an agreement that destroys their economic viability. So for now, they have been forced to suspend interstate simulcast operations after today, terminate 40 jobs, among other cuts. A meeting is scheduled at the track tomorrow night for officials to discuss the next step. Taking a look inside our schools now, Assemblywoman Roanne DeStito plans on making it a statewide mandate that schools keep the universal pre-K programs. This comes in the wake of the Utica School District planning to slash all non-required programs. Meantime, members of the ROTC at Proctor High School could also be affected. More than 100 students are in the program, and many say without it, they would lose out. They say the program helps to teach them about discipline and actually makes them do better in their courses. For DeStito, this budget plan is simply unacceptable.
Well, for many people that are planning on going into the military, it's a perfect way to get accustomed to the military customs, the way things are mainly done. It also helps build discipline. Many people come into the program, they learn more discipline.
Moving now to the showdown with Iraq, Hans Blick says Iraq isn't all the way there yet. The UN's chief weapons inspector is welcoming some Iraqi cooperation with his teams. But in a written report to the Security Council, Blick says he doesn't understand why Iraq waited until last month to provide it. Overall, Blick says Iraq's disarmament efforts have been, quote, very limited so far. Iraqi sources say the government will begin destroying its Al-Samad-2 missiles on Saturday, the last day of a deadline given by Chief UN Weapons Inspector Hans Blick, even though Iraq does not agree with that order. The foreign ministers of Germany, France, and Greece say Iraq's pledge to destroy the missiles show that a stringent program of weapons inspections is the right way to disarm Iraq. Mexico's president says it's, quote, a good step forward. Meantime, White House Press Secretary Ari Fleischer is dismissing French claims that UN weapons inspections are working, saying Iraq's move to destroy some missiles is the deception the president had predicted. It's released a videotape of the doomed space shuttle Columbia showing the astronauts in the last minutes of their lives. The digital videotape was found in shuttle wreckage 3 weeks ago in East Texas. In the 13-minute tape, they can be seen sipping drinks and joking, unaware of impending catastrophe. In the tape, Commander Rick Husband comments on bright flashes outside the cockpit window as Columbia re-enters the atmosphere. He says it looks like a, quote, blast furnace. Because of heat damage, the tape ends 4 minutes before the first sign of trouble. Well, the FDA is calling for warning labels on bottles of the popular herb ephedra. Officials say the labels should warn that the pills can cause heart attacks, stroke, or even death. The FDA proposed the warning labels while saying a possible ban on at least some ephedra-containing products remains under discussion. The action came less than 2 weeks after a medical examiner in Florida said the heat stroke death of a Baltimore Orioles pitcher was probably linked to his use of ephedra. Well, help may be on the way for motorists hit by sticker shock at the pumps. Analysts say OPEC member nations have furiously pumping out crude oil, and they say when those shipments hit the U.S. within about a month, gas prices should ease up a bit. Crude prices hit a 12-year high in the U.S. this week. Experts say if war breaks out in Iraq, Saudi Arabia and other OPEC nations could probably make up for the lost Iraqi oil production. After a choppy effort, Wall Street managed to end a mixed month on a high note. Stocks tried to rally on word that the economy grew at a stronger than expected pace in the fourth quarter, as measured by gross domestic product. But the market squandered much of the gains amid continued war worries. On the day, the Dow Jones ended up 6 points to 78.91. The Nasdaq lost 11 points, and the S&P 500 ended at 841. That's up 4 points on the session. Well, it's time now for a check of the weather. Meteorologist Eric Hayden is live in the Storm Team Center. Eric?
Steve, a mild evening across our area. When you step outside, temperatures still in the 30s, definitely nice. We're 30 degrees here in Utica, 32 in Syracuse, a bit cooler to the north, 23 degrees in Watertown and 17 in Saranac Lake. They've seen some clear skies over the last few hours. Here's our latest satellite picture. We had low clouds to deal with today. Now we're watching high and mid-level clouds streaming from lower Michigan and southern Ontario. That will be our weather for tonight and the first half of tomorrow. No precip associated with those clouds. But again, thick clouds for tonight will hold temperatures steady in the lower 30s to upper 20s. Here's the satellite and radar combined. We are watching some snow showers back to our south and west, moving out of Missouri and into Illinois. That will be our weather for tomorrow afternoon. Just how much snow will fall from that, I'll let you know in just a few moments. Now back to Steve.
All right, thanks, Eric. Well, things were heating up on the ice tonight inside the Utica Curling Club. The local club sets off on a very large and prestigious undertaking, the National Curling Championships. The club was built with events like this in mind, and it's the largest club this side of the Mississippi. Just a couple of reasons why the Utica Curling Association came to them and requested that they hold the over-week-long event. The event should bring in an estimated $300,000 to the area, and competitively speaking, the reigning champs and all the best teams are here. This year, Team New York is ready to take the spotlight.
You know, this is unbelievable for our team. We've been trying for years to get in. I know I have as a skip, and to get in now at our home ice when we're showcasing not only the Mohawk Valley in our area, but we're showcasing this club, which is a beautiful $1 million facility.
Team New York is seeded 13 out of 16 teams, but they're not worried. They've been ranked low before and come out the winner. They take the ice tomorrow at noon. Now, speaking of sports, time now for a check of what's coming up on Sports Overtime. Here's Mark Dudek.
Well, thanks a lot, Steve. It's a very busy night talking about sectional finals tonight. Let's see what's coming up on the big show. Right now, Oriskany and Faith Heritage in double overtime at Manley Fieldhouse. This game is crazy. Oriskany was down 18 in the fourth quarter and came back to tie this game. We hope to have the very latest for you tonight on Sports Overtime. We have a crew on the scene. Also, girls sectional hoops, Sequoia and CBA, Waterville, IHC. We have the complete highlights and reactions, all that, plus preview of what's going on this weekend in high school sports, hockey, basketball, and SU. It's a jam-packed show. I'm flying solo, but we'll have all the sports for you on Sports Overtime. I'll see you in about 10 minutes, Steve.
All right, thanks, Mark. Looking forward to see what happens with that Oriskany game. Well, that's 11 non-stop minutes of news, weather, and sports. Don't go anywhere, though. There's much more to come. Up next, Eric Hayden's weekend forecast. But first, Utica is serving as a model to others in how they assist immigrants coming to live here. Stay tuned. More local news is next.
You're watching WUTR, Channel 20, 11 and 11. Coverage you can count on. Thank you for making WUTR, Channel 20, your choice for local news.
Can you say wall to wall?
Okay, wall to wall. Wall to wall. Wall to wall.
Enjoy Raymore and Flanagan's wall-to-wall sale, when savings are store-wide in every department, including all the famous brand names you trust. Save on it all.
Wall to wall. Wall to wall.
With guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Plus, great financing. No deposit, interest, or payments for a whole year.
Wall to wall.
Raymore and Flanagan's wall-to-wall sale, now through Monday.
Yay!
They buried Stephanie's husband today, but she won't have to go live with relatives or work 2 jobs to make ends meet. Stephanie and her husband protected their family with $250,000 of quality term life insurance coverage for less than $12 a month that she found through bestquote.com. Losing a loved one is a terrible thing. Losing everything is much worse.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
Ha-ha! Spider-Man! What's cracking, baby? Woo! Hey! Where you going, Spider-Man? Woo-hoo! Ha! You're getting the girl. Saving the day. Yeah! Go, Spider-Man!
If you're into computer stuff, go to the one place that has it all, like Spider-Man the computer game. And now, get no-interest financing for 12 months on all desktop packages and notebook computers. Best Buy. Go ahead. Turn on the fun.
They're unpredictable, irresistible, and totally delightful. Watch live with Regis and Kelly.
For local news now, the New York Business Council is calling Utica a national model for its relationship with refugees and immigrants. Researcher Bob Ward, who spent the day at the Refugee Center in Utica to learn more, says that refugees have done so much to grow the economy here that other cities across the state are looking at how to entice immigrants to their communities. Ward says that many cities in upstate New York have faced problems similar to those that Utica confronts, including population loss. And he says that immigrants and refugees not only replace the population, but more importantly, they bring vibrance to our neighborhoods. All right, it's time now for a check of what's happening this weekend as far as the weather is concerned. Meteorologist Eric Hayden is standing by live once again in the Storm Team Center. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Steve. This weekend's looking mild with temperatures generally in the 30s right on through Sunday. Then more cold air heads our way for Monday. Outside right now, still on the mild side. We're at 30 degrees. How many evenings the last few months have we stayed in the 30s? Our dew point is 23. Relative humidity is 70%. Barometric pressure is holding steady, and the winds are calm. Here's the latest satellite picture. Today, we dealt with a lot of low clouds across most of New York State. Now we're watching high and mid-level moisture moving across lower Michigan and southern Ontario. That will really be our weather for the rest of tonight and the first half of tomorrow. Actually, we have an area of high pressure located to our west, so although we do expect clouds for tonight and the first half of tomorrow, we do not expect precip to fall from those clouds. We are watching some more moisture, though, back to our south and west located across Illinois and Missouri, and see some of these brighter clouds located near St. Louis. Underneath those clouds, we do have a few snow showers, composite of National Weather Service Doppler radars. A few very light snow showers across Missouri and just now moving into central and southern Illinois. Notice these snow showers are well off to our south and west. Also notice the coverage really not extensive, just a few scattered flurries, and that will be our weather for tomorrow afternoon. Not expecting anything significant, just a few flurries or light snow showers by late afternoon. Temperatures in the middle 30s, may actually see a few sprinkles. Here's your forecast where you live. 33 degrees in Ava, 34 in Camden, 34 degrees in Morrisville, 35 in Frankfort, 32 degrees in Ohio, 35 in Johnstown, and 34 degrees in Sharon Springs. Again, tomorrow will be a mainly gray day. Here's your forecast map by tomorrow evening. That snow will be overhead, steady light snow, but with temperatures only in the lower to middle 30s for overnight lows. We may actually mix a little light rain in with that, especially late Saturday night into Sunday. Not expecting any significant accumulations. We are watching an area of low pressure down to our south and west. We had mentioned early on the evening broadcast where we're really going to watch that, but we're still thinking that this cold front across the Great Lakes is going to kind of scoot this storm out to sea. In fact, by Sunday morning, it will be well off to our south and east, and that'll keep the steadier snows or even a few rain showers off to our east. We could just see a few sprinkles or flurries to start your day on Sunday. That cold front back to our north and west. The good news again with that, it'll kick that storm out to sea, but there is some bad news with it as it moves through on Sunday evening and especially late Sunday night and Monday. Much cold air will move in behind it, meaning temperatures generally in the teens to lower 20s, not only Monday but also on Tuesday before we finally recover into the 30s by Wednesday. Here's your forecast for tonight. Cloudy skies and quiet. Temperatures remaining fairly steady, generally in the 20s, right around 23 degrees. For your wake up, more clouds and sunshine, but dry. We don't expect any flurries or light snow to develop until late in the day, and a high temperature of 35 degrees. For tomorrow night, snow, but don't be surprised if it actually mixes with some light rain and temperatures right around freezing. And with temperatures on the warm side, don't expect any significant accumulations. Here's your planning forecast. Some rain or snow on Sunday with a high temperature of 39 degrees. And then we go downhill from there, down to 16 on Monday and right around 20 degrees on Tuesday with a chance of snow showers. Then really up and down weather Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 33 on Wednesday. Back into the 20s on Thursday, and then back up into the middle to upper 30s on Friday. Definitely some changeable weather headed our way for the middle of next week. But again, for this weekend, not looking too bad. Temperatures in the 30s. We'll take it over temperatures in the teens. Back to you, Steve.
All right, sounds good. We'll look forward to these weekend temperatures coming up. Thanks a lot, Eric. That's going to do it for news and weather. Sports overtime, including that double overtime game, is next. Mark Dudek's got it coming up.
Ow! Good morning, Mr. Backing.
I didn't sleep so good myself. It's this old mattress. Time to visit the Sealy Sleep Center.
At Raymore and Flanagan?
So smart. One reason I married you.
The Sealy Sleep Center at Raymore and Flanagan has the Northeast's largest Sealy mattress selection. On sale now with free immediate delivery, free setup, and free removal. All at guaranteed lowest prices.
Now this is a mattress. Hey, what about one of the big screen TV first?
You know, that new sofa in the den is a sleeper.
I hear that.
It's time to get out there, ready for spring and into a new Ford SUV. Spring Madness is here with big savings on America's #1 choice for SUVs. Now drive a new Explorer for only $362 a month with no money down. The only SUV in its class with independent rear suspension for a smoother ride. And just $362 a month for a limited time. The Spring Madness SUV sales event with great deals on every new Ford SUV. Only at your local Ford store. Now.
Dry. Tell them I'm coming down. Here we go.
We are talking to you. That's big. Bing, 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 bing. It's a revolution of the spirit. I didn't know that's what it was, but we're having one.
Oprah, weekdays at 4 on WUTR, Channel 20.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, Grand Marshal of the 2002 Utica St. Patrick's Day Parade. This is my friend Bill Corrigan, this year's Grand Marshal.
Gee, thank you for allowing me to be Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 15th at 10 a.m. on Genesee Street. Please come down and help me spread Irish happiness. I'm going to need a lot of help.
Don't miss Utica's 16th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, Saturday, March 15th on Genesee Street, starting at Oneida Square at 10 a.m.
The New York Lotto jackpot is now $15 million.
Cool.
WUTR Channel 20 is searching for an account executive to add to its growing sales team. If you have sales experience, have strong customer service skills, and are interested in making upwards of $35,000 your first year, this may be the position for you. Enthusiasm and high energy are a must. You'll be opening new markets and presenting to local clients the advantages of television marketing. The benefit package includes a 401k program. To apply, stop by WUTR Channel 20 or call us at 797-5220 to arrange for an interview.
Good evening, I'm Michelle Portino. Welcome to Friday, February 28th's Take 5 drawing, being observed by an auditor from KPMG. Tonight's winning Take 5 numbers are 18, 26, 5, 35, and 16. Congratulations to all our winners. Have a great night.
Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I'm Mark Dudek, flying solo tonight, but don't worry, I've got you covered. We begin on the high school hardwood as sectional finals continue tonight. On the boys' side, the Oriskany Redskins upset McGraw to get here, but their opponent tonight knows a thing or two about upsets. Defending state champion 8th seed Faith Heritage beat Mills and Hamilton on their way to this Class D1 title game. And head out to the highlights. It was wild out Manley Fieldhouse. It was Faith Heritage off to the fast start, and they were up by 18 at one point in this game, but Oriskany would not quit. Check out the defense and Mike Jankowicz. Oh, little 360 gets it to go off glass. This guy coming on at the right time for Oriskany. And one more time, it's Jankowicz, this time showing his range. Stops, pops, hits the J. Then they go inside again. Check out the nice pass right here. He's trapped, but gets it to Ryan Bates for the score. But we just got a final in this one after double overtime, 75-73. Faith Heritage beats Oriskany in a thriller. One more score to tell you about on the boys' side. It was number 4 Old Forge and number 6 Oppenheim Ephrata in the D2 final. So Faith Heritage will play Oppenheim, who makes some upsets. So it's a wacky, wacky final there. Oppenheim and Faith Heritage will face each other for the crossover championship. Well, to the girls' side action now, and a couple of sectional finals being played here at SUNY IT in Class C. Both Sequoia Valley and Waterville seemed headed for a showdown in the crossover final, but they had to win tonight. First, let's check out the C2 final. Number 1 seed Watertown versus number 2 Immaculate Heart picked this one up. In the second half, IHC with the lead, and they were holding on to it, hit the jumper right there, but the Lady Indians hanging around it. They got dangerous. Rachel Eisenhut, the money ball from the baseline, that's a three-pointer. Then Emily Elcott, watch her with the confidence, spots up, that's an NBA three right there. The game was tied at 44 apiece, 16 from Elcott, but check out this, 18 points and 17 boards from Danielle Kane, the putback. They go up 2, 46-44. Lady Indians hit their foul shots. Waterville wins their first sectional title since 1997. Your final in this one, 51-44.
That was amazing. It was awesome. The whole time we just kept looking at that banner on the table, and we were like, that's what we want at the end of the game. So that was our motivation we tried to go 8 minutes at a time and one possession at a time. Just the banner was always in the back of our minds.
I knew that if we meshed together as a team, and that's what I've been working at, the team concept for the last 12 months, that we'd had a shot at getting to here, and we did. For them, it's the first time. I mean, it's an awesome feeling. It really is.
Well, in Class C1, Sequoia Valley faced the 7th seed CBA, Sequoia number 1, who would play Waterville. And we would find out in this one. Late in the game, it's Molly O'Neill laying in for 2. This one, another close game. Aren't they all this time of year? Then it's CBA answering. Kelly Nillen drills a three-pointer right there, and CBA not intimidated, although a lot of Sequoia fans down at SUNY IT tonight. Indians respond. Brinley Shepard hits a 3 of her own. We are going back and forth in this one. CBA, you guessed it, they come right back. Sarah McGowan, boy, she's tough down low. You hear the buzzer, but she beat it, lays it in right there. Brinley Shepard, though, was tough spotting up. You can't leave her alone because she'll drain another 3 just like that. But CBA finds a way to pull away at the end. McGowan again puts the bucket in. And check your final in this one, 46-41. Sequoia has a great season come to an end.
Super season with a super group of young ladies, and I am really impressed. It's the best that Sequoia has ever seen, and we will be back. We're going to set no more records next year. We'll be back.
Well, if tonight's action is any indication, then the games tomorrow going on this weekend will be fantastic, rather Sunday, starting with a great matchup in Class B2 boys. Adirondack will play Notre Dame 3:30 on Sunday. The number 2 seeded Jugglers beat number 1 seed Adirondack in the final week of the regular season, avenging an earlier loss to the Wildcats. The Jugglers can win their 3rd sectional championship in 4 years. Class B2 is the only class that has yet to see an upset in postseason play. Each team will go to their bread and butter and try to win this game.
We're real proud of the senior class. We played AAU all spring, all summer, 2 summer leagues. They work, and that's their trademark. And I love going to practice every day. They're a great group of kids to be around, and I'm just happy for them.
Well, fans going to that game should get there for the early game as well. Another good one in Class C1. Cooperstown plays Little Falls at 1:45 on Sunday. At 22-0, Cooperstown is the only undefeated team that will take the court this weekend. The Mounties have turned up their play in the postseason, beating higher seeds General Brown and Canastota along the way. Defense could be a key in this one.
You know, they're big inside. Schaff is a great player. It should be interesting. I like to play that personally also. We like to get up into the lanes, take certain players out of the game. We get up and deny the lanes and things like that, and that puts us into transition, which we score a lot off of.
Well, that's only the half of it here on Sports Overtime. Again, if you just joined us, it's Oriskany Faith Heritage in double overtime. Faith Heritage with the win 75-73. While the MVCC women were in action tonight in the playoffs, we have the pictures. Plus, we'll preview Whitesboro's big game on the ice tomorrow night. Sit tight. More OT is coming right up.
This portion of WUTR Channel 20 News is brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan.
Can you say wall to wall?
Okay, wall to wall.
Enjoy Raymore and Flanagan's wall-to-wall sale, when savings are store-wide in every department, including all the famous brand names you trust. Save on it all.
Wall to wall.
With guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less, plus great financing. No deposit, interest, or payments for a whole year.
Wall to wall.
Raymore and Flanagan's wall-to-wall sale, now through Monday.
Yay!
Let's see. President's Week. Washington, Lincoln, leadership, dependability. Uh-oh. Is that snow? Is it ever? So we better extend Toyota President's Week event and the Camry specials a few more days. That means a little more time to dig out and cash in on the $229 a month Camry lease. That'll save you a bundle. $229 a month, 39 months, just $19.70 at signing plus taxes and fees. I cannot tell a lie. It's the lowest Camry lease of the year. Get your snowshoes on and get moving, people. Good news. This event has been extended, but only through Monday.
Now's the best time to talk it up, because with Verizon, every long-distance call automatically gives you another chance to win a trip to Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll experience 2 amazing theme parks. Don't have Verizon long distance? Sign up and be automatically entered. So why not talk yourself into a really great trip?
Verizon. Make progress every day.
It's time to get out there, ready for spring and into a new Ford SUV. Spring Madness is here with big savings on America's #1 choice for SUVs. Ford Escape, Expedition, Explorer. Now drive a new Escape for only $321 a month with no money down. $321 a month for a hot new Ford Escape, but only for a limited time. The Spring Madness SUV sales event with great deals on every new Ford SUV. Only at your local Ford store. Now.
Access Hollywood takes you behind the scenes. So there you have it. Access Hollywood, we are where you need to be.
Weeknights at 7:30 on WUTR.
Welcome back to Sports Overtime. Thanks for hanging with us. We hit the ice now as the Whitesboro Warriors get ready to play in the biggest game of their high school career tomorrow night. They will host Williamsville East in the regional finals. Game time 7 o'clock at the Whitestown Community Center. Now, the Warriors are still the #1 team in the state in Division II, and they've won their last 19 games. The Warriors are confident coming off their first Section 3 title since the late 80s. With great senior leadership and a red-hot goaltender, they hope to take this thing all the way this year.
We're just trying to take every game at a time, and I mean, at the beginning of the year, we all had goals, and our first goal was just to make sectionals, and our next was to win them, and we've done that. So the next step in this is just to continue playing one game at a time, play our style of hockey, and take it as far as we can.
It's 1,000,000 to 1 odds to do this, but you know, we have a hard-playing team. Everybody hustles, and we just work together. It's all teamwork.
Cannot wait for that one. To college hoops, the MVCC Lady Hawks taking on Finger Lakes in the Division III Region 3 tournament and pick it up early. Nikesha Gauss with the putback right there, and MV pleasing the home crowd. Then the Lakers playing with only 5 players tonight, so they know the bench wasn't deep. Liz Ruland with the scoop, but the Hawks answer. Alicia Benetti from deep. MV wins tonight 69-42. Well, the Syracuse Orangemen have 2 tough road games coming up at Notre Dame on Monday and Georgetown this weekend. The Hoyas aren't having a great year, but Mike Sweetney and crew will get up for this one. You can be rest assured about that.
Which is another just absolutely ridiculous thing. When you play 3 games in 1 week, you have to take a day off, so you only get 1 day of practice for Georgetown. That's just unbelievable to me. Absolutely incredible. But we've played Georgetown, so we know what they do.
Well, that'll do it for Sports Overtime. Some wild games on the sectional hardwood tonight. We've got hockey and hoops tomorrow. And if you get a chance, get out to the curling championships. It's going to be a great time. Have a great night, everyone. I'm Mark Dudek. See you later.
You're watching WUTR Channel 20, Clear Channel Television for New York.